Hi guys, welcome back to the Turner Motorsport Race Shop. We are T-minus 4 days from departure, and I'm going to take a couple minutes and show you around, show you what we're doing. One of the biggest differences from this car to the M6 that we had was the distance between the engine and the nose of the car, as the M3 is about 6 inches overall shorter than the M6. So we had to build a new airbox, and Jeff has been working on the airbox this week, and he's almost done with it. Very time-consuming job. It's really hard coming up from scratch with a design and something that's going to fit with the car and actually be efficient and work. Not only does he have to make one for the car, but we also need to make a spare. So it's time-consuming, but it's something that had to be done. One thing that we did while we were looking at the front end is we want this to be able to be swapped over quickly. Compared to what we've had before, now we have the front end, which is basically pinned in a couple places to hold this whole front assembly on. We also are going to have quick disconnects on some of the lines between power steering and the coolant lines and the oil lines, so that in the event we have to replace a nose, it'll be a quick change. And obviously, Daytona being a 24-hour race, you want to make sure you race as long as possible. So having a quick disconnect nose, hopefully we won't have to use it, but it will be valuable if we ever did. The other thing is there's new electronics going in this car for this year. We're just basically updating some of the stuff with some different Motec power distribution modules and stuff. A little bit different than what we ran last year. Hopefully this way it's going to be lighter, a little more efficient, and we'll be able to program some stuff on the go. Instead of replacing wires and relays, we'll be able to just use a computer to change the power to different components. So last year at the Daytona 24, we learned something. We learned that 2-ply intake hoses don't work. One of these things that we're going through is we're learning from our experiences. During the race last year, we lost 8 laps because some hoses that we had that were actually drawing air from the airbox into the motor collapsed on themselves. Well, this year we're running different tubes, and it's not going to happen. As you can see, also we have BMW M power under the hood, nothing less for our M3, of course. We have a very reliable power plant in this car, and that's one of the things that we really don't have to worry about. We put the motor in, and it just runs, and it runs flawless for 24 hours. So it's not only T-minus 4 days for the GT car, but it's also T-minus 4 days for the GS cars. And we're just right now finishing up some little things, just kind of buttoning them up. For 2011, Grand Am opened up a different shock manufacturer that we can use. So now we can use AST or Konies. And so we've put some ASTs in the car. We're going to try those out at the test days, see how they do. Also, StopTech has supplied us with some new brakes for this year. Not a big difference from what we had last year, but just some subtle changes that should make the pads last a little longer. Our car, being one of the heaviest in the field, definitely goes through brakes and wears brake pads because it is so heavy. So StopTech worked over the winter to help us come up with some ideas to maybe make the pads last a little bit longer. Over there, Johnny's doing a setup on the car, final setup kind of on the scales and stuff. After that, he'll spin the car around, we'll stick it on the dyno the car. If everything looks okay, they'll pack it up and get it ready to go. So you can see we're remaining very busy. Still got a lot of work to do. The next time you'll probably see from us, it'll either be an update on our Facebook page or on our website. We're going to have some film crews down at our test days, and look forward to sharing some more with you.